Hello guys, Terminal here, and today I will be doing my first voiceover commentary, which, for those of you who are curious how it works, basically it's where I record my gameplay. I play the best I can play, all that, I record it during that time, and then afterwards, when I'm actually not playing the best I can, that's when I do the commentary, which is what I prefer to do for most games that I have messed around with it, and this is going to be my first time doing it for Heroes in General, so... As you can see here, I have my Gunslinger Character. I love to start out the matches with this guy, because he's fast, he has the Marathon Man badge, pistol, knife, really all you need for getting the very first cap zone on the line. And I told my squad mates to go to Delta line, which they're going to. We'll pop in here, capture Alpha 3. Yeah, and this match was really fun for a bunch of reasons, which I'll explain on as we go. And they're coming up. Then there's another jeep over there, another gas. Pull out the knife, rush over to this guy. Drinking, driving, Russian. And yeah, the shotgun, so yeah, the rest of my squad's over there on Delta line, and basically at this point, all I'm really focusing on is holding Alpha 3. That goes out Delta. And that guy over there in the flag gun, he's not doing a whole lot. I'm just taking some pot shots at him. We're just unlocking this for the fun of it. Yep, we're going to get him. We're going to surprise him. Yeah, I missed so many stabs with that. And then that guy, he stuck his rifle into my gut and fired, and boom, headshot, so... Yeah, and another reason I like the voiceover commentaries too is because it's on the fly, so if I make any mistakes with my voicing... Oh yeah, this guy. I have the PMK mines. And basically what I'm doing now, since they have Alpha 3, there's no chance we're getting that back with most of our team on Delta line. I'm just going to mine the shit out of Oscar 1 here. Which is what I love the PMK mines for, because they're so small. They fit anywhere. They're really hard to notice. Even if you are looking for them, it's really hard to not notice them. Yep, not even going to try to do anything else, just focus on Oscar 1. And the Sturmgrenadier dude, he has PMK mines with fast reload badge and the gold grenadier badge. So he has, I believe it's, I want to say 5 PMK mines. I think it's 4 though. Yeah, and I plant them everywhere, like staircases. plenty of them on the staircases. There's another one. So that's 2 down so far. And then I know their next wave is coming soon, so I'm getting ready for it. And that came from somewhere. Not going to worry about it, just going to get health. And hide an Oscar 1 still. And Charlie line is open up, I see. So, not good if my team forgets about Oscar 1 and they go all to the Charlie line. Yeah, that guy should have stayed behind at Oscar 1, but he didn't for some reason. I'm gonna restock the mines here. And I've barricaded myself in. Yeah, I'm safe, but I'm trapped. Yep, and they never mod their guns good. Yeah, so at this point I'm just chilling here, I'm just waiting for someone to come in. Hopefully either shoot one of my mines or detonate themselves on the mine. Because otherwise I'm not getting out alive. I can't jump over any of those because of the doorways. And the staircase, you can't really jump over that, so... Over the wrench. So yeah, now we've taken a Delta line, and there's basically no one on Charlie line, which isn't that bad. You know, we could stand losing Oscar 3, it's not as hard to get back as Oscar 1 is. Since for some strange reason, the alt spawns for Oscar 3 are literally in the house across the street and on the other side, to the west. Yeah, and I'm betting at this point most of them had switched over to Charlie line, or at least a few, but most of them were still on A line. But you wouldn't think so, since, you know, there's none, like, anywhere near here. So there go my squad mates. Here he comes. See, he saw me, so now he's curious. He's like, where'd he go? I'm just hiding. I'm pretending I didn't see him. I shot some just to pique his interest. Shoot some more. There we go. I am free at last. And what I should have done, I should have mined on my way out. And then, of course, a teammate, you know, stepped on a mine. Of course. Yeah, and that's the tank coming up too, the one you hear. I'm going to go up to the top and just barricade myself upstairs. Which isn't as bad as being barricaded downstairs, because at least you can hop off the roof or whatever. And in this window, this is my favorite camping spot. See, and I can't go down there to plant any more mines because of the mine on the stairway. And I have teammates, they're over there. They're not out of the objective though. I'm trying to wave to them. Welcome. Come over here. Yeah, and then that one guy, don't know what he was thinking. Like, yeah, and they do have a tank on the bridge, so I can understand my teammates kind of being a little bit wary of coming to the bridge. So I figured just as long as I keep Oscar 1 clear long enough, they'll be able to move up, or want to move up. They're back there sniping. You see, they were coming. They were doing good jobs. Yeah, and Cold Steel, he's my bud. He's coming up flat, I think, but then the PMK miners. Or no, he's swimming across the water, so. The Desert Fox. See, so I have reinforcements. And ideally, at this point, what should have happened is if someone could have gotten to Alpha 3, although I really, you know, that really wouldn't have been possible. There's another PMK mine kill. I think I'm on 3 or 4 right now. See, and if you know, if they can't get to Oscar 1, then they could at least get to Charlie 3 or something. You know, at least try to close out Charlie line, even if they do, you know, contest Oscar 1. But they're actually losing Oscar 3, so even though that's where most of my team is. I'm just chilling here, sitting in the window, so I can't really do anything. You know, I'm trapped here. You know, no wonder what I do. Since they have their Soviet guys on the other side of the river, if I leave, I'm pretty much dead. So I'm just waiting for them to come to me, which is what the defender should do anyway. And that tank is still chilling there. You'd think with their tank... Okay, yeah, here they go. There we go, see? I knew he'd get greedy and try to run up the stairs to get me. Yeah, this part I'm staying outside of the objective. Make them feel safe. There we go, see? I'm running low on ammo at this point. Yep, and since they're still downstairs, I'll plant a couple more of these. Plant them up here. Someone finally, yep, Cold Steel, he's an awesome guy. He got the T-70. Took him a couple tries, but he did it. He did it. And this is my mistake. I dropped down. And so at this point we're pretty much fucked since, you know, with Oscar 1, once they capture Oscar 1, then they spawn inside the town because of logic and alt spawns. And so, you know, it's going to be, it's hard enough to get it back even when it is the only line, but let alone when we're losing Oscar 3. Yeah, I even mentioned that in the chat there. Now they can spawn in the city. Which is really bad because then, you know, if you are the actual defenders, you know, and you're trying to get back Oscar 1, then obviously you'll be spawning from inside the city, you know, Oscar 3, Oscar 2. And then you literally have to get past the spawning attackers to attack the objective. One thing I really hope they are working on with cap zones. Or alt spawn specifically. And currently I'm just trying to keep them from taking Oscar 2. I thought there would be more, but it almost seems like more of them are going to Oscar 3 than anything else. Because usually what in their situation what they want to do is capture, you know, Oscar 2 fast and then Delta 3. Or no, not even Delta 3, just Oscar 2, and then we wouldn't be able to spawn over there anymore. Because if we have, even if we just have Oscar 2, it's not as bad a situation. But if we have both Oscar 2 and Oscar 3, it's much easier to try and take back Oscar 1. And that tank's bothering me, he's just sitting way up there. I think it's the same tanker from before, the ones who was sitting on the Oscar 1 bridge. I'm just stockpiling Panzerfaust here. I don't have anything else to use. Yep, and all of those missed. I either overshot or undershot. Or the tank moved. I think the tank actually moved. He got bored. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, and so since we are taking back Oscar 1, you know, it is contested, we're taking it back. I'm moving up. They'll still be, you know, if they do choose to spawn on it, they'll spawn inside the city, though. On the defender's side. Even if it was some kind of system like where defenders spawned on their side, and then attackers spawn on the other side, it would make more sense. Yep, and the guy in Oscar 1 died, so I'm just waiting for more teammates to come. And another PMK mine kill. They're expensive, but it's fun. fun to use. And then, as long as Oscar 1 isn't contested, they will spawn on it, which means they'll have to come across the bridge or swim across, which is what I'm waiting for. Although I believe there's a teammate on the other side who's contesting it. Yep, there is. So that's why they're spawning on our side, on the defender side. In the building to the left there. That one. But he's not in the gap zone, so it's kind of... don't know what he's doing over there. But I'm still in a good spot here, because if they do realize Oscar 1 is contested and they try to get to it, I can take them out when they try to go across the bridge. Oscar 3 has been lost. The good news is, though, as defenders you can take back... I believe you can take back either one independently. So, like, you don't have to have Oscar 1 to take back Oscar 3, for example. I might be wrong on that, though. I don't play a forward airfield map enough to know for sure. I mean, even with the flaws, even with the messed up alt spawns, I do prefer forward airfield map to the mountain village map, which is what I seem to get like 90% of my matchmaker. And after the one update, this last F-build update, then there was a bug, like where 90% of the new towns that they added were all mountain village maps, which was really horrifying because it's overplayed enough as it is. And no one likes 3-hour-long matches on that map. I mean, maybe Recon, like, or Sniper Zoo, but no one else really. See, now there's a few going to Oscar 2. Yeah, and this is my, I can't pronounce it for the life of me, but it's the, I'll try anyway. Aufklar. Nope, can't pronounce it, I won't even try. But he has the MP40 with the Kar 98 scope, which is a fantastic combo since you have... Yeah, and then there's your grenade, of course. Yeah, so at this point, losing Oscar 2, although we have most of our team at Oscar 3 still for some reason, so I'm like, whatever, we'll just take Oscar 3 back. Because Oscar 3 is much easier to defend, or easier to defend than Oscar 2 is. And at this point, I think we would have actually lost on tickets more than anything else, even if we had managed to keep Oscar 2 and Oscar 3, if the time went on long enough. And this is my bolt-action rifle infantry dude. He has the Kar 98 unscoped with the C96 and the Werfmine. And so we're in a bad situation right now because we have Oscar 3, but they're attacking from Charlie 3. They don't really even need to spawn on Oscar 1 to attack Charlie 3 because of how, or Oscar 3, sorry, because of how they're much closer if they're on C line. And personally, I won't go to Charlie 3 because of how, even if we do take it, then they can easily come from X1 and Oscar 1 to contest Oscar 3. There's not a whole lot of options you have in this scenario, where they're coming from both Alpha Line and Charlie Line. I love the sights on the car, but I can never seem to hit anything with them. I don't use it without the scope enough. And my ideal placement here on this building is actually on the other side, but I'm not doing that because of how it's either dusk or a dawn match, because the sun's like way on the horizon, as you can see from the shadows. See, and what I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to prevent them from coming from X1 or Oscar 1 to Oscar 3, so my teammates can kind of focus more on Charlie 3, but they don't appear to be doing that. Another option we could have done, since they were pushing Delta Line hard, is instead of everyone being on Oscar 3, or, I mean, not everyone, but like if we had some people break up hard and go to Oscar 1, we could have probably gotten it back if there weren't any actually coming from that one. Which there are right now. There's a guy walking up the stairs, I can hear him. I checked the map to make sure it wasn't friendly, just waiting for him. And the glass ate like all my bullets for that, so... And we're going to try the... Nope, not that guy. Soviet Defector, which is a really fun character. I even did another video about a week ago, I want to say. Or no, less than a week. But yeah, I really enjoy this character. Mostly because of the captured PPS H41. Even though it's, you know, you can't mod it, and even mod it, the PPS H41 is really not as good as it used to be. And unmodded, it's even worse. The only reason I take it is because of how it fits the theme for a Soviet Defector guy. And if I could get rid of the helmet on this character, then he'd look a bit more like a Soviet Defector. But he still has the... Yeah, see, that was just a lucky shot. Hip fire headshot. The fake Batman. Oh, and I do have fast reload gold on this guy because of how he has the PPS H41, which is super, you know, the reload time on that is just too long. It's unacceptable. And what I should have done, I should have gone back farther in the corner, but I had thought that there'd be more than coming. Which there weren't, there's just one guy. And so, you know, the match is already lost. Nothing we can really do, so I'm just going to camp Oscar 3 with my machine gun. I cannot pronounce other languages. And so there's actually a few really good spots you can, like, kind of camp if you're just defending Oscar 3. It does depend on which lines they're coming from, though. And if they do have an APC active, which they do, then you have less options, but you can still have some fun with it. Like right now, I'm defending this patch of cabbages. These are my cabbages. Yeah, and I'm breaking a few rules here with loss of stamina. You know, I sprinted, so you lose all that stamina, and that's what happens. I'm not really too worried about changing characters because of how, you know, since we're going to lose this match anyway, we lost it when we lost Oscar 1, then I'm just not really worried about switching to too many of my different characters. Yeah, I hit him with the last round. that guy's taking pot shots at Charlie 3 for some reason. And so at this point we do have Charlie 3 back, although since they do have an APC, it's not going to bother them much. You know, they don't really need it. Even though they are still, you know, there's still a few going to it. Keeps them distracted, I suppose. It's so hard to feel safe in here, no matter which way you're at. They'll be coming. Yeah, and that T-70's in the field, he's just driving around. I mean, I suppose he's getting some kills. Or, I mean, obviously my team wouldn't notice him. And this guy's parking his motorcycle over here. And then what he does, it actually surprised me with, you know, like, what he did with it. You'll just have to wait a second to see. I hear him firing, so I'm like, wait, what's going on? I look over there, I see the motorcycle icon, I'm like, he's standing on top of it to shoot over the wall. I know he has a friend, you know, so I can't really move or give away my position here. I'm more worried about if he tries to jump over. But nope, he hops back on the motorcycle. And so, knowing what he just did, I'm fairly certain I know exactly what he's doing. I checked just to make sure, and that tank, it's not doing anything, I'm not worried about it. Yep, he was trying to stand up on it again. So he ruined his plan. Yeah, and the pistol, that's why I love the Luger, because of the fast reload time. It's like 2.5 seconds, I think. And for this machine gunner character, he has tight grip, gold, and heavy set, I believe. So, you know, there's no room for fast reload. On a couple of my other characters, a couple of my other MG42 characters, they do have fast reload. And it's more situational at best for a heavy set, but I mean, it does help with all damage types. So, if for example you only have one character or two or three, you know, I could understand heavy set on every single one of those characters. And I almost think this tank only has either AP rounds or APCR, since he's not firing HE. Or maybe he does have HE and he's only sniping. We can never know for sure. And so they did that same thing before with jumping on the motorcycle and then bouncing over the wall. Decisions. And this character, like I said, you know, I can't pronounce it, but it's basically like Mountain Assault, or I'm not quite sure what the English translation would be. I guess it would be like Rugged Mountain Infantry, like where they carry their own equipment. It's more of like a theme I use for my Axis characters. And I was just checking the kill feed there. And so for this guy, currently he has the MG34, which I love to use. It's really fun. I don't think I have the right mod equipped, though. I think I only have like the trigger or something. And then he has the... Again, that guy, he was on a bicycle. I mean, it's not too much, is a game mechanic, but he was parked against the wall. Another argument for removing third-person I guess. And then you can bounce over it too, but I'm fat. My character, he can't run. He can sprint for like 2 feet with that Panzer Strike and the machine gun. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And that's totally not a waste for me. I mean, for credit-wise, like, I can totally afford that for 5 plus 7 XP. And since I took out the tank already, I wasn't... Yep, that sniper got me. But yeah, since I took out that tank already, I wasn't worried about wasting a rocket on the Jeep. Yep, we're just spying as that same guy. And he does have heavy set too, and hoarder badge. No faster than that. It's not the best thing you can do, but it's a little bit more varied with the machine gun and the Panzerschreck. And since they do have the APCs active and the tank, it's it works for this situation. And they're running away. They're like, nope, we're gonna find another one. And the reason I prefer the MG34 for this character is because of how the rate of fire isn't really good. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the best, though. But since he does only have Hoarder Silver and the rocket launcher, he has a total of 150 rounds. If you include the ammo in the magazine. Or drum clip, I should say. Not magazine. It is really limiting, though, to use an MG because of how you have to constantly manage your stamina. When, you know, like basically every other gun, you know, you don't really have to think about that as much. Except for scope rifles. Especially 8 times scope rifles, because you have like a massive zoom. So any sway at all is going to be really noticeable. I mean, we're doing decent enough. We are holding Oscar 3. But we're in no position to win. Sadly. It happens. Especially in a game like Heroes and Generals where, you know, as one person you definitely can make a difference, don't get me wrong. But more often than not, it's going to be decided by your teammates. Not even who they are, just if they're good or not. If they, well, see, they don't even have to be good. They just have to understand the game, like what's going on. Like, for example, all the people pushing X1, Oscar 3, if they were just pushing C-Line, you know, it'd be better. Because with C-Line closed, then we could fully concentrate on Oscar 1. The enemy could too, you know, so it'd be a catch-22, but it'd be better for us. And this is one of those spots I was talking about earlier, like where it's fun to camp. Because unless they get smart and throw a grenade, you're fairly safe. You know, most people when they run in through that entrance, they're not thinking, like, oh, there's going to be a guy laying 50 feet away in a corner, just waiting for me. Yep, that's right, I'm that camper. And plus, they always love to climb the ladders too, so I figured I might as well prevent that as best I can. And then the guy I did kill, I checked his scoreboard thing to see if he had respawn and that kind of stuff. And they do have an APC coming up, and it's just running away. And believe it or not, I shot out the driver with the Panzerschreck, so I had to shoot again to hit him. And that other shot didn't kill it, sadly. But I headshot the driver with a Panzerschreck out of a moving APC, so gotta give me some credit for that. And so we are making a good push to Oscar 1, so I switched to my this dude here to just push up a bit. My combat engine. He has the STG, Orf Mine, and Wrench. And I always forget this. He has mechanic, silver, and another badge. Not fast reload, I know that for sure. Yep, see they spawn inside Not a whole lot you can do in that, but see, since we are defenders, once we get it uncapped from them, then we can spawn on it again, so that's always good. And at this point, I'm just switching. I know we're going to be pushing Oscar O2 in Delta 1, or Delta Line, so I switched to this low rank guy in my, like I said, I can't pronounce it, but it's my air defense guy. Hopefully in the future he'll have, Germany will get some kind of actual anti-aircraft vehicle or gun or something, compared to the practically useless flat gun it has now, the mobile one. But until then, he just has the 2 rifles, one for close quarters, rate of fire, and the other scoped for range. That's cold steel here. And see, I was actually expecting a bigger push than that, but they're all happy on Oscar 3. And ticket-wise, I'm not sure if you guys noticed that before with the tab key, but we are losing really bad on tickets. It still is early in the war when this match happened, so there's no chance of getting reinforcements. So at this point, I do make that decision to just go push Oscar 2 with my low rank guy for that XP. Help rank him up a bit. This Unabomber guy saying, when will this be over? Then answer is when we run out of tickets. Not if, it's when. And since there's no way for us to take Oscar 3 back and Oscar 2 with this team anyway. It's not gonna happen. Sad but true. Better luck next time. Yeah, and another reason I love this setup with the 2 semi-automatic rifles is because you don't have to use Hoarder badge, so you can have like Heavy Set and Marathon Man, or Marathon Man and I'm trying to think of another badge you could use. Oh yeah, and see Cold Steel, he's making the push to Oscar 2, so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go with him. We're gonna turn the style though. Cannonball. And so, from this point onward, there's pretty much nothing else going on. So using the magic of technology, I'm just fast forwarding this like at 8 times speed. Yeah, but basically what's going on, we take Oscar 2 back, mess around with the zoom a bit, there's Cold Steel. And then we go to Delta 3. The sounds it makes. Yep, so then we go to Delta 2. Look at look at those bicycling skills. too powerful. the high-pitched noises it makes in like 8 times or however fast it is. I can't even remember how. It's like 16 times I think. Yeah, so we have done it. We have captured Delta 1, or we closed out that line at least. But the sad news is they're taking Oscar 2. Or are they? That's right, yep, my team just can't let the match be over yet. So they captured Oscar 2 again. We're back here. And then I am resuming it because the way they're taking it, they are smart. They have the APC on this side, on the Delta side, compared to on the other side, which is where the alt spawn is. So they're smart, I'll give them that. They just weren't counting on us to show up from Delta Line. They're like, oh my god, those XP grinding guys. Like, why weren't they defending instead of useless points? almost thinking if I did ever have an SMG on this guy, I could kind of grind up for fast reload. But it's not as required, since, you know, it's magazine's not like you're inserting each round. Yep. Oh yeah, and then this guy, someone was, reporting. I forgot you could actually report people from the scoreboard. Yeah, and so I'm just chilling back here. I'm like, no, not gonna make this match take any longer. Cold Steel agrees. He put himself into the timeout corner. Has he been using that same SMG the whole match? I'm not sure if that's his only character. Yeah, just regular click. But of course I'm not actually reporting anyone. There it is. So now we can recapture Delta 3 for more XP. No tickets left. So this is where it ends. Aww. Sad face. It's all about that suppressing fire. It wasn't the worst match I've had though, so I had some fun with it. Yeah, the scoreboard, I mean, we didn't do too bad, like KDR-wise. Of course, we did lose the match, so don't know what you can say about that. It is what it is, though. Anyhow, my name's Sturmgrenadier Character. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.